channel. Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to just make breakfast with you guys, like a summer fun breakfast with a cup of coffee, and then just do a little Q&A while I'm eating. So I decided to do something a little bit out of the ordinary, but I'm really excited. Before I get started, I wanted to say thank you so much to Redmond for sponsoring today's video. If you guys see that toaster in the background, let me just explain a little bit more on why I love it so much. Alright, so I want to show you my toaster that I had previously. Okay, this was good while it lasted, but it was not ideal. I've been wanting to buy another toaster for a while now, and I just could not find the perfect one. And then in the perfect timing, Redmond reached out, and I was like, yeah, I would love to work with you. So Redmond designs and manufactures many different small kitchen appliances, and they provide many different colors to fit your style and aesthetic in your kitchen. So for me, I have mostly stainless steel in my kitchen. So I decided to go with stainless steel. I have this amazing retro looking one. They have bright colors if that's what you're into. There's many different options to choose from. So the thing that I love most about this is the timer. Not many toasters come with a timer, and that is the biggest thing for me because I never know when the bread is going to pop back up. That's just one feature that I love about it. It comes with many different features. Another thing that I noticed a huge difference from my other toaster is how big of a bread slice you can fit into here. The other one, it was like maybe half of this or a little bit less, and I was always having to cut the bread in half, but this one just fits a huge loaf of bread, and I love that. So I've already made bagels in this, pancakes, and they just turned out perfectly. And it also comes with this little graphic picture of different levels and how you want your breads toasted. But depending on the bread you use, it's going to make a difference of how your bread looks like, but I'm saying it's very similar to the picture. If you guys are interested, Redmond was kind enough to send me a discount code for my subscribers. That'll be in the description down below. If you guys want to check out their products, the way that it's made is super high quality, so I recommend it to you guys. I wouldn't recommend anything that I personally didn't love. And let's start with our breakfast. Alright, you might be wondering, what are you making for breakfast today? So we have this local coffee shop, it's called Mono's, and they have the most amazing avocado toast and banana peanut butter toast, and I just decided to recreate it because it looks so good, and I'm such a savory and sweet person. I like to have a little mix of both for breakfast. So I'm going to recreate the two toasts, try to make them look also aesthetically pleasing. So I'll try to show you guys how I make this toast, and maybe you guys can recreate it for yourselves too.
That maybe took over 30 minutes. It was way shorter in the video, obviously, but I'm so happy with how it turned out. I'm just so ready to eat it. I'm hungry. It's almost 12 p.m. because I had a really late start to the day, but I'm gonna be eating, answering some questions with my old iPhone because I'm using my iPhone. Still need to invest in a camera, maybe one day, but let's try this out first. And then my go-to coffee lately has been the white chocolate mocha, either iced coffee or hot. It's just been my favorite, so. All right, let's give this a taste test. Okay, let's start with the avocado toast. Couldn't find everything but the bagel seasoning, and then I found this other one. It's like called avocado toast seasoning, so I just bought that, and it smells good. Hopefully it'll be good. Wonderful. That is so good. It's like garlicky, but then also has all the other spices. The perfect seasoning. So happy I bought it. Okay, let's try the banana. Wonderful as well. You get some avocado, you get some peanut butter, and then I'll probably end off with avocado because I'm so interesting like that. If the last taste in my mouth is something sweet, for some reason I'm hungry again, and then I have to eat something savory again to make me full. It's the weirdest thing ever. So I always finish off with something savory. This will be a go-to from now on because it's the perfect combination. I would add a little bit less honey next time because the peanut butter is already sweet on its own, but the honey still adds a little nice touch of sweetness. All right, first question, when are you going to visit Alaska? So if you guys don't know, I lived in Alaska for almost 2 years and then moved to Tennessee when I was about, I think, 16. I've been back one time for my friend's wedding, but that was before I even got married. And I really want to visit, but I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to be back. I miss everybody and I just want to visit so bad. But right now with like Ariel being so young, I don't know how the flight's going to go, and then airplane tickets are crazy expensive, so I don't know, maybe sometime in the future, but I do miss everybody there and I just want to see all my family. I truly love to visit Alaska. It wasn't the most fun to live in because I'm not a winter person whatsoever, and I was going through my teenage years and just like figuring out myself, and then yeah, it was just not a good combination when I was actually living there. But to visit, it's such a beautiful state and I highly recommend, and I really would want to go on like a Alaska cruise, and I hope I do that one day. So to answer your question, hopefully sometime in the near future.
but not planning on it just yet. Somebody else asked, do you enjoy living in Kentucky? Would you move back to be with your family? I love living in Kentucky. So right after Alaska, we moved to Tennessee. We've been living there ever since with my family until I got married. Only lived there for like 4 months and then moved to Kentucky, and that's where all of his family is. And even though I have no family here for some reason, even when we visited Kentucky, when we were still not living here, it just felt like home right away. It felt like this is our place to be. And ever since then, no, I really would not want to move back to be with my family. Of course, I miss them, and they're only 2.5 hours away, and so we see each other pretty frequently, but it'd be nice if they could move here, but I just feel like it's not really our place as of now to be in Knoxville, and I just feel at peace here in Kentucky. Who knows, maybe in the near future, whatever isn't God's plan, but as of right now, I love it here. Family, the community, the friends, the atmosphere, the countryside, I love it. Another question somebody had was, do you have the Holy Spirit? So if you're asking, there's different parts to Holy Spirit. So if you're asking about tongues, yes, I got that when I was like 12 years old, but I didn't actually pursue Holy Spirit, and so I just got it and then like would pray here and there in tongues, and then for a while just kind of forgot about it, never really actually pursued God even more, and so it kind of just started fading off for me. But now I've just been seeking God like never before, and I feel like I'm just growing in the Spirit more, and his Spirit is actually living inside of me. I feel like I had the gift of tongues, but not actually letting the Holy Spirit live inside of me and pursue me, because if that was the case, I would be on fire for Jesus, but that wasn't the case. I was just kind of living, a mundane life. But recently, I've just been on such a fire for Jesus, and so I truly believe now I'm actually letting the Holy Spirit work inside of me and seeking him and seeking his will. I got the gift of tongues when I was 12, but actually seeking the Holy Spirit, it started, I think I would say this year, just really truly diving into the Word, seeing what he wants in my life and his will for me. And then another question, which was like on a previous Q&A, which I feel like that'll be the last question because it's a bit lengthy, is how did my husband and I meet? A lot of people have asked me this, and it's a pretty long story. So his cousin and my cousin ended up getting married, and then I met one of his girl cousins. We started just talking and like becoming friends. And this was when I was still like 12-ish, so I was just friends with her, and then basically through one of his cousins I got to know him, and so we just kind of started texting, started out as being friends, and then got into more, and this whole time we never met each other. So I was still in Virginia. This was before I moved to Alaska, and so basically we started calling each other, FaceTiming. And then he found out that I was moving to Alaska. And I was just so sad about that because he knew that would mean we couldn't meet each other for a while, because he was not about to fly to Alaska and back when he's only 15, or I think it was 15 years old. And so that really made the time between us meeting each other way longer. We stayed there almost 2 years, and then when I was, I think, almost 16, we moved to Tennessee. And that's where his sister lives, and his other brother lived at the time. So when we came there, maybe a month later, he visited from Michigan, and he drove there. It's about a 12-hour drive. And so we met for the first time at his sister's house, and I would say it was very almost awkward and weird, because I'm I just always saw you through a screen, and now you're here, you're an actual person. But it was so amazing, and I was so happy to finally see him in person. And then we would see each other maybe every 2 to 3 months. He would come to visit. And so yeah, we just kept talking, FaceTiming, doing the whole long distance thing. And it was very rough, especially when I moved to Alaska. And I was I don't know if I can keep going with this, because there's a 4-hour time difference, and it was very rough with long distance, but we made it work. So yeah, fast forward to my 18th birthday, he proposed to me, and then we got married that September. My birthday's in May. We got married several months later. So yeah, that's kind of the shortened version of the story. But yeah, I still can't believe that I started talking to him basically in 8th grade, and then we got married with me moving to like 2 different states, and we still stayed together. And that's how I know it was meant to be, because we just kept going even though there was so many ups and downs. That is all the questions I'm going to answer today. I hope you guys enjoyed making breakfast with me, and if you do decide to recreate this, tag me in your post. I would love to see it, even though it wasn't my idea, but it'd just be awesome to see on Instagram or whatever. So I'm going to finish my breakfast now. Baby is done with her milk, so I'm going to have to go and just start the rest of my day. But if you guys enjoy this, please give this a big thumbs up. And again, if you guys are interested in purchasing something from Redmond, don't forget to use the discount code down below. Highly recommend. The quality of the products are amazing. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video.